pretty shocking video, actually, from within Stanford Law School, and it showed someone who identified as a, quote, diversity dean lecturing a sitting federal judge who's a serious person on the, quote, harms that he caused. And that video got us thinking about the state of colleges and universities in this country. Why are there so many diversity deans? And why are they like this? Tapia Lee is a former diversity director at De Anza College. She was removed from her role for questioning the school's anti-racist policies, and she joins us now. Ms. Lee, thank you so much for coming on. Tell us your story, if you would, because it's a little shocking, honestly, but I think it tells us a lot about the state of higher education.
Well, thank you, Tucker. I was hired on at De Anza College in 2021 as a faculty director of an Office of Equity, Social Justice, and Multicultural Education. And this was my lifelong dream of a tenure-track faculty leadership position. Yeah. And I thought that I would be afforded, the academic freedom and freedom of expression that's available to any faculty member. And what I discovered was that as I started to, enact my teaching approach, which I was very transparent about when I was hired on, what I seek to do is bring together people of diverse and divergent perspectives and to identify points of commonality between those so that we can best serve our students. As I began to do that work, there was a severe backlash from some of the extremists on the campus who identify themselves as woke and as aligned with critical social justice ideology. And they attacked me viciously. They subverted my tenure review process to do so. And it saddens me as someone who benefited from California community colleges as foundational to my scholarship and to who I am today, to see the state that we're in and to see the tenure review process misused and abused by individuals for reasons of not wanting to have multiple perspectives and viewpoint diversity and critical thinking, which is part of the mission of California community colleges.
I can't think of anything more virtuous than bringing people with different beliefs together to find something that they have in common. I mean, it's what the country really needs, of course. But I have the feeling that the divergent viewpoints part of your mission was the offensive part.
Yes, unfortunately, as I did my needs assessment conversations, multiple people did tell me that there was some issues with viewpoint diversity and, certain groups, small groups, but vocal groups of people being really reticent to engage with divergent or diverse perspectives. And as I began to do my work, these individuals were seated on my tenure review committee, and they began to attack my work for doing exactly that. I'm someone who I talk about teacher ideology and practice, and what I'm really trying to do through that work is get teachers to become more conscious about the ideologies that they express, embody, and enact in their teaching. And that is something that I do. I don't work from a singular ideological perspective or even promote, any particular ideological perspective. What I'm doing is bringing adult learners diverse opinions and viewpoints, and also letting them know there's many ways to do this work, not just one. And for not towing the line of absolute fidelity to a critical social justice ideology, I was made a pariah. My work was undermined, my leadership was undermined by key senior leaders and faculty members there. And they literally obstructed me from doing my work, and I was subjected to censorship and profanity in the tenure review process. And it was just something that was really hard to see because, as educators, there's a certain level of professionalism and civil discourse that we should engage everyone with, whether they're different from us or not.
I hope you sue them into the Stone Age. And it's so nice of you to come on and tell your story tonight, which is a scary story. But we appreciate it. Ms. Lee, thank you very much.
Thank you, Tucker. I appreciate your time.
Of course. Pretty shocking story from Ukraine. Zelensky, the president of that country, continues to, with force, close churches. The U.S. Congress is